All right, you got another takeaway?
Is that Indonesia's greatest victory ever that they had?
Yes.
Now, this is more just about this window. I think that was phenomenal from Indonesia. The way they just
Yes.
dismantled, they had a win in the 2007 Asian Cup. Obviously, they beat Vietnam earlier this year in the Asian Cup, but that performance I thought was phenomenal from Indonesia overall. Like Marcelino to score those two goals and to have that is the aura celebration like Roman Reigns. Put the finger up and everybody just look at me. Marcelino knew exactly what he was doing and he fully deserved it. I think for Indonesia, look, they get some hate from people outside of Indonesia because they talk a lot, they have a lot of confidence. They can have all the smack talk they want for this. They can be the Conor McGregor of Asian football right now. For the performance they did to win that game, they fully deserve it. I'm actually very happy for them because
Hmm.
they're extremely passionate about football. You could talk about Qatar, you could talk about other nations. Oh, do they really have passion for football? Indonesians, they will die for football at this moment in time. So for me, that's their greatest victory ever. To do that to a powerhouse Asian team like Saudi Arabia, and for Verdonk turned into beast mode Roberto Carlos prime esque in that game. I thought it was unbelievable. So for Indonesia, they've had some good performances. They've obviously drawn with Saudi Arabia, they've drawn with Australia, but to get that marquee victory, when you look at like a schedule in college football or college basketball, they're always like, do they have that marquee win? Indonesia got it right now. Now, let's see how they do. 4 games to go. They still got to play Japan away. I think that's the last game. Is their World Cup dream alive? Let's see. But for me, that's their biggest victory ever in their history. Do you agree?
Indonesia got a marquee win before Uzbekistan.
Wow.
Tell me, I'll wait. Who did Uzbekistan beat?
Are you specifically talking about this round?
I'm talking. We can go back to last year and a half. Who Uzbekistan beat?
They didn't really beat anybody marquee at the Asian Cup. They only beat Thailand. Yeah,
Hmm.
this might be it. Wow. Indonesia actually got a powerhouse victory over Uzbekistan. That is crazy.
That's not hate. This is my
No, it's
this
not.
was my biggest issue when I was doing the rankings with Uzbekistan. They were like, "Oh, we're top 4, we're top 3." I'm like, "You haven't beat anybody."
Hmm.
And they're like, "Oh, Jordan, Iraq." I'm like, "Iraq beat Japan. Jordan beat Iraq. Jordan beat Saudi Arabia.
South
Jordan
Korea.
beat South Korea. Who have you beat? Nobody."
Hmm.
This was my I'm very proud of Indonesia. I know people think I'm an Indonesia hater. Ridiculous. Shin Tae-yong's one of my favorite managers. That guy, lifelong contract. We said that episode 1, bro. Roll the tape. Episode
Get the
1. That
statue,
was
all everything.
get the
Gold
statue,
statue.
dude. They were losing games and we were still like, "No, he's the GOAT." All right? So we need to put that narrative aside. This is what I've been waiting on. This is what I've been harping on with Indonesia because they were in that Venezuela territory where it's like, okay, these draws are great. Beat somebody. Beat somebody good. And now you took down Saudi Arabia, and not just Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia with dad back in the house. Renard, oh, we're expecting a masterclass. You know, Poppy's home. He's going to completely rejuvenate the team. And not only did you beat them 2-0. You had way scarier
Should have
chances
been
that
4
Saudi
nil.
Arabia created. Should have been 4-0. So this isn't even Indonesia won 2-0 against Saudi Arabia, comma, and they were lucky. No, 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 no. Indonesia beat Saudi Arabia 2-0, comma, and it could have been more. That's the headline here. That's why it's the biggest win ever for them. I'm sure when they were still a colony of the Netherlands, they probably drew France 1-1. Respectfully, nobody cares. This is by far the biggest result. And this is one of the biggest results from Southeast Asia
Vietnam
ever.
never got a marquee victory like this. Never. Let's not forget, Indonesia drew with Australia as well, 0-0. The
Mhm.
only time where Indonesia has looked like a subpar team was against Japan. But everybody's looking subpar against Japan at the moment. I thought, Marcelino, this guy needs to start every game. He is so good on the counterattack. The runs in behind, he's the only player, and I talked about this in my video, shameless plug, is that he's the only one who looks like confident in front of the goal. Every other player, Struik, Ragnar, they look frightened by the big goal. Marcelino's like, give me the ball and I'll put the ball in the back of the net. He's the Kyrie Irving of this team. Give him the ball and he'll do the magic. Unbelievable performance. And the celebration truly warranted.
Mhm.
And
That
Itis, by
was
the
the
way,
one mistake.
Itis as well, sorry, is the super, he might be one of the best center backs in AFC. Beast.
Ooh, I'm not ready
I know
yet.
the performance.
I'm not ready. I'm
I
not
know the
ready yet.
performance against Japan wasn't good, but Itis, I mean, the dude is doing God's work with the way he's defending sometimes.
So we're counting Verdonk as an outside defender.
Yeah, he's a left back. Yep, left wing
Okay,
back. If you want
okay,
to put it like that.
okay. Dude, where does he rank right now in the AFC left backs? Man, he's
I mean,
top
what do
3
we?
for sure.
What about Marcelino? Are we gonna soon put him at that sort of pedestal at like Faisalayev, like those sort of up and coming stars of AFC, like Faisalayev, Ali Jazim, and those sort of guys? Is Marcelino soon gonna get into that VIP club?
He's damn close. I was gonna say that's the one mistake I think Shin Tae-yong made
Mm.
was not playing him enough. I think maybe he fell too in love with some of the Dutch guys coming over. You gotta play Marcelino. Have to.
Yeah.
Have to. Because he's also the local guy too. I think it's really important for the fan base as well to see that guy out there. And it's not from charity. It's because he's the truth. So I think the only thing keeping him out of the Ali Jassim discussion is playing time. Ali Jazim playing a lot for Iraq. We just need to see a couple more performances from Marcelino. How Struik gets more minutes than him, I don't understand that. I don't. I really don't.